Hey yo, I am the star in any room that I stand in. I am the standout, you just my stand-in.
Okay, so I'm going to be showing y'all how to dye your hair red with no bleach. So this little red droplets, I got this out of the high color highlights, the red one, but I'm going to be using the magenta. I saved that little red thing and I use it just for the future. I just use like 2 or 3 drops when I really want the wig to be a bright red. So that's pretty much what I did here. And then I just go in with like 3 or 4 packs of magenta. And that's what I'm doing here. I know VI Hair, she mentioned this color dial. So if you're having a hard time getting the color out, you can go on Amazon and purchase one of those color dials. I do not have one. It helps just pretty much get the product out of the tube without any trouble. As you can see, I'm going to be using 30 developer. You can use 20 or 30. I do not recommend using 40. But if that's your last resort, then do what you gotta do. Also, just because you're watching this video, I would recommend reading the bottle, because the bottle has measurements of how much you're supposed to put for every pack of the high color. You're supposed to put a certain amount of developer. I don't follow that. I do my own thing. And if you're not going to follow that, I would just say, just make sure it's not too watery. Make sure it's like a little thick. It's thick. But I try to get as much product, you know what I'm saying? I try to get my money's worth, because those things are like $6. And for a good dye, you're going to need about 3, even 4, just to be safe. So, and I pretty much already did the first bottom half of the tracks off camera. I didn't want to make the video so long. So after I dyed the first, I used 1 pack, and that's what I dyed. And then I went back in with the second pack of high color. And now I'm just going back in on the part that I already dyed, just to make sure it takes. Because the way this dyes, it takes a while, so I let mine sit for a couple of hours. It's not gonna harm the hair. Now, if you're using this on your real hair, I would say follow the directions. It's different when you're using products on weave and virgin hair and things like that. That's not your real hair. So I do let this sit just to make sure the product takes all the way. When you're dyeing, be smart enough to put something under to protect your floors. If this product gets on your floor, it would not come out. So I would say I use a garbage bag, and then I cut the size of the garbage bag, and I stretch it out into a big, plastic, and then I tape it to the floor. That's what I do. Or you can use a tarp. I also have a tarp.
Mira finds out about the convoy, she'll be on it with everything she's got. We'll be ready for her. We'll bring her if we can. But one way or the other, this is going to end. Still nothing, Shannon. You copy? Roger that. While eyes still on you, and you're clear. But when they make their move, we'll be all over them. Commander, looks like we have movement. They're coming behind us. Talk to me, Shannon. I'm ready. visual. Stand by. Commander, visual contact. These fixers are 50 foot tall, gray, and very, very hungry. You gave her a golden opportunity. It's been hours. Hey, Helen. I think she must have spotted you and your team. I don't think so. You got another theory I'd sure like to hear. Maybe this guy didn't tell her. Well, then why'd she tell her that it's there over the minute she heard about this convoy? Think about it. The Sixers never found any of our weapons caches. They never attacked the convoy when we really needed it. Didn't admit to that nothing would actually hurt the colony. Why give them anything at all? Because I think they're holding something over.
You know what this is? Medicine. You remember supposed to be today. What if a strong wind came? My spotters say a convoy went from Devil's Canyon about an hour ago. Who the hell did you recruit this? I didn't know about the convoy. What's your job to know? You can tell me garbage lately. I'm doing the best I can. Next week, I'll be here. I'll have something. So, how about that train?
Well, aren't you the industrious one?
I had a little help, did a little scavenging in the military junkyard, and ta-da!
Breaks my heart to tell you this, but somebody beat you to it.
What?
Picked up my last Promethean core this morning. Traded me a brand new wheel.
And when you get closer to the lace, you want to be very, 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 very careful because you do not want your knots to turn red. So I usually leave the roots kind of dark or like a little, like a half of an inch away from the root. It's just better that way. Or I would just say be very, very, very careful when you're getting close to the root. Like use a toothbrush or, just be careful because, or make your last, when working right here, I would make this, the product and the consistency thicker than the rest because you don't want it to like seep or, you know what I'm saying? Like you just don't want it to get too close onto that root or that scalp or the lace. I'm saying scalp. So you just want to be careful. As you can see, I'm not really too close to the root or whatever. So yeah.
No, thank you. Did your dad put you up to this?
No.
So when I'm done with the whole wig, I do go back in. This product, it kind of, I don't know if I'm going to say the word right, but it, like it puffs up when it's starting to activate and things, kind of like regular bleach. So I believe that it's kind of like, the regular bleach, when you put the developer and everything on there, it kind of bulks up, puffs up, I don't know. So this product does that too. So it is gonna seep and kind of get closer to the root. And also once I'm done, I do go back in and just touch up the root a little bit, but I just be a little, like you see how I just went back in and put that back on there. So once I'm done, I do go back and do that. But this is just my way of making sure that it does not get on the lace, because as you can see, I'm very messy when I do this particular method. I'm very messy just because I really like to saturate the hair. And when I first used this product, I was one of those people who said it didn't work because I can't even really say what I did wrong the first time. I would say that probably, for one, I didn't leave it on long enough. And for two, I think I tried to stretch one box. I did not read directions. Moral of the story, I did not read directions. So I think I probably tried to stretch a box of this product or something like that. I just don't know, but it literally did not die at all the first time. And I was speaking with another wig maker and I'm like, oh my God, this product does not work. She was like, I heard that you have to leave it in the heat. And I was like, Because, you know, I'm not about to go put my wig outside just for it to activate, you know, that I highly doubt that's correct. So I just washed it out and I left it alone. And then I tried it again. And when I tried it again, it worked. So I've been using this ever since. I do not recommend bleaching your whole head and then dyeing it red. I use magenta because I'm not going for a bright red. I'm going for more like a burgundy or deep burgundy. So that's why I use magenta. But like I said, I keep that red little, in the beginning, I use that red little L'Oreal, that red thing. When I use the 1 or 2 drops, that's what I use to get it much of a brighter red. If you were using just the magenta by itself, it would be much darker. So it did take, I think I left it on for maybe 6 hours. So that's why I said, guys, make sure you leave it on for a while or just watch it and make sure it's activating. I do definitely suggest more than 2 hours when you're working with a weave of hair. Like, look at that. Look at that color. Look at that color, y'all. Like, I definitely did my thing. So yeah, I used 3. I think I used 3. I would say get 4 to be safe. I don't recommend this method on your real hair. If I do, but I recommend you reading the directions and leaving it on for the time that the packaging tells you to leave it on. But yeah, this is my finished. Oh my God, look at that. So make sure you also do a deep conditioning treatment.